If you've been struggling to grow on Instagram, this video is for you. I've been in that position myself. I was at 30,000 followers about 6 months ago, and I was stuck at 30,000 followers for a pretty long time. My account currently, 6 months later, is at 157,000 followers. When I was at 30K followers, I was also struggling to bring in the type of income that I was used to seeing inside of my business, which meant that my leads were drying up. The people that were currently following me were no longer interested in the offer that I had. They were getting a bit fatigued with what I was talking about, and I wasn't getting as much views and as much traction. If you're a business owner and you're in a spot like that, that's not a good place that you want to be in, because now you have to resort to spending money on ads in a time where there's more competition. Ad costs are definitely rising. Consumer spending is going down. So it puts you in a position where your margins start to get smaller and smaller, and you really feel the pressure of having to run a business that feels like it's just going to fall out from underneath you. The only way that you can win in business on social media during 2025 is if you're able to gain free attention through organic marketing. And if you want to pair that with running ads, if you have a good offer, the two of them need to work together. If you cannot get your organic content to perform, how are you going to know what to spend money on behind ads? So these are some of the changes that I made to my content overall that got it to start performing. And once you get your content to start performing in the way that mine is right now, it creates an avalanche effect on your account, where more people keep coming, more people keep seeing what you're posting, more people keep sharing what you're posting, and they keep coming back for more. And this way, when you do outreach and you actually DM somebody, or you do a two-step with a lead magnet where someone's opting in for a freebie, and you decide to further the conversation in the DM to try to book them on a call or sell them on whatever it is, whatever problem it is that you solve for them, you're not getting radio silence. You're not getting people ghosting you. Nobody's acting weird. They're actually happy to speak to you because of the type of content that you're putting out and the value that you're giving to them on the front end. So what I transitioned away from was making lazy content, trying to make content where I wasn't speaking that much. If I was speaking, I would just be sitting in my chair, and I'm in the fitness niche. So I'm sitting in a chair in my office talking about working out and nutrition. I'm also trying to record videos of myself doing things in the gym and putting text over the video, just lazy content. So the first change that I made was I started to shoot my content in the setting of the topic that I was talking about. So if I was talking about nutrition, I'm shooting it in the kitchen and I have food in front of me. If I'm talking about strength training or working out or cardio, whatever the case may be, I started shooting it inside of the gym while I'm doing the activity. I started speaking to the camera more while I was doing these things as well, showing up more as an authority versus a content creator or someone who's just making trendy videos. I started coaching people and delivering my expertise in a way where it was entertaining. So a lot of individuals started feeling like they were being coached by me before they even were coached by me. The second thing was I created a structure for my content. A lot of people just record content and then they post it and they hit and hope and just see if it does well. They don't analyze anything. They don't reiterate anything. They don't do none of that. So what I did was I created a structure in the same way we do with a funnel, a sales funnel. I created a content funnel. Top of funnel content was broad topics that will get shared to a lot of different people. And I had quite a few talking head videos get over 1 million views, right? Any of my videos that got over 1 million views or over 100,000 views, 200,000 views, 300,000 views, 400,000 views, they brought in the most amount of followers. Even on my Facebook account, which I started posting on 3 months ago, I went from about 200 followers to right now we're at 19,000 followers from posting the same type of content. And the same type of content is going viral over and over and over again. So top of funnel is to bring awareness, broad topics within my subject matter that's going to reach a lot more people, highly shareable. Middle of funnel content is content where I'm solving specific problems within my niche. So in the fitness industry, broad topics may be general fat loss. Within my niche, helping women over 40 to drop body fat, lose weight, reduce some of their menopausal symptoms to help them stay in a calorie deficit for a longer period of time, I'm going to speak to their specific struggles and solve their specific problems. How to reduce cravings, how to reduce fatigue, how to get better sleep, how to train to build muscle mass so that they can speed up their metabolism. Those are the things that I'm going to speak to in the middle of funnel. They're not going to have the most reach. They're not going to get the most views, but they're going to solve the problems of the individuals that I can best help and that are going to help me to run my business, that are going to pay for my services. Bottom of funnel content is the third section. This is where I'm showing proof of individuals that I have helped to get the results that I am promising the individuals who are now finding out about me. This is someone who was in your position. This is someone who I've worked with. I took them from point A to point B. This is the level of transformation that they had inside of my coaching program. If this is something that you want for yourself, like, why can't it be you? We already helped this person get that sort of result. And then the fourth type of content was personal branding, where I would share my personal story. I would share different lessons that I was learning as an individual in my life, different breakthroughs that I was having around fitness, around faith, around family, which made these people feel closer to me, made these individuals feel like they know me more. I've had so many women hop on consultations and tell me like there are hundreds of different fitness coaches that I could have chosen to work with. Plenty of them have reached out to me. Some of them I reached out to myself, but I decided I wanted help, and I only wanted help from you because of your story, because of the way that you helped your mom, because of the way that you talk about your dad, because of the way that you talk about your faith. Those are the things that make these individuals connect to me. They can be a thousand different coaches that provide the same exact service, but it's not going to be 1,000 different coaches that can be Isaiah Ferguson. There's no chance. And if you're somebody who wants to build a personal brand, you want to have a thriving business, you want to stand out in a crowded marketplace, well, one of the best ways to do that is to just be you. There's only one you. Nobody else can be, no matter how much they try, nobody else can be you. Kobe Bryant tried his best to be Michael Jordan. He came close, but he ain't Jordan. They can only be one. Now, the third thing that I did was I would take the time to plan out my videos based on topics that I was hearing people bring up on consultations, based on struggles that individuals were talking about in the DM. And I would script my videos, a light script, don't need to be word for word, but I would have a polarizing hook that would gain their attention. I would agitate the problem a little bit, break down for them why they're stuck. I would give them the solution and tell them what they need to start doing in order to see results. And then at the end, I would have either a call to action or tell them this is the outcome that you can expect from following this advice. Once I started doing that and then going over the videos that were performing well, taking some of the transcripts from those videos, plugging it into ChatGPT, getting ChatGPT to break down for me why are these videos performing well, why are these other videos not performing as well, it put me in a position where now, like, I never worry about how a video is going to perform. I have the formula that works for me. I know exactly how I'm going to deliver it. I know exactly which part of the funnel it goes into. I know it's going to get a lot of views. It's going to get a lot of comments. I know if I decide to attach a lead magnet to one of the CTAs, I'm going to get a bunch of different opt-ins. I'm going to get a bunch of different emails for people who are now going to be receiving emails from me ongoing. They're going to be led to my YouTube channel. They're going to be in my DM as well, getting hit with certain automations. I have 2 girls in my DM now that are having conversations day in, day out. And now my calendar is packed to the point where I have zero stress. People are excited to speak to me. My business is doing numbers again, right? I've doubled, almost tripled my income from the point where I was at 30,000 followers. My team is happy, happier than they've ever been. I have girls with me who've been working with me for over 3 years now, going on 4 years, happier than they've ever been because the girls in my DMs, they don't have to fight with potential clients in order to book calls. When I'm on sales calls, I don't have to fight with nobody to close them. And when people come into the program, they're excited to work with us. So my co-coach, from a coaching perspective, everyone is extremely happy. We're happy to work with our clients. And the clients who move forward, they're extremely happy because they feel like they joined the program organically. They weren't forced into anything. They weren't backed into a corner. Nobody didn't pressure them into nothing. They joined organically. They're enjoying the process. They're getting fantastic results. They're referring people to us. Some of them are staying on longer and re-signing because they want continued support. And it's even gotten to a point now where I'm thinking about doing in-person events just to add more value to our clients. I'm finding ways to just make our program better and better and better. This is the position that you can put yourself in when you take the time to master content and understand what role content plays inside of your sales process. If you don't take the time to master this, you don't put in the time and the effort, you're gonna be stuck in a space where you're just blowing money on ads, or your following is not growing, or you're sitting here just sending a bunch of cold DMs to people who have no idea who you are, don't want to respond to you, and you're going to be struggling to make consistent income. So I just want to share with you what worked for me. I've actually built my business to a point where, like, I have a great lifestyle, I have great clients that I serve, and I'm never worried about money, right? And I want to share some of those lessons with you on this platform. Content is something that's always been a passion of mine as well, and that's been the main driver and the main reason why I have been successful over the past 3 to 4 years of running this business. So if you want more value around the things that I do within my business, specifically around content, because that's truly what I love, it's what I enjoy doing, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.